You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength.
This quote shows Marcus Aurelius's understanding of the value of mastering your perceptions. It is easy for circumstances outside your control to push and pull at you. You must take responsibility for your life, regardless of what has happened. Most people will not do this. Your perception shapes everything you encounter, so why give other people or situations that power? Mastering your perception puts you in control of the quality of your life, and also aids you in achieving your goals.
God did not intend my happiness to rest with someone else.
To be praised and criticized in life is normal, but you should learn to not let either affect you in any way. There are people and situations that will bother and distract you every day, but you have the power to prevent this. It all hinges on how you respond. You should never take responsibility for the behavior of others, instead, take responsibility for your own. People will never live up to your high expectations, so instead of allowing their actions to trigger your emotions, focus on what you can control.
Just as nature takes every obstacle, every impediment, and works around it, turns it to its purposes, incorporates it into itself, so too a rational being can turn each setback into raw material, and use it to achieve its goal.
In this quote, you are being challenged to see obstacles as not being that bad at all. They are opportunities to achieve and improve in the process. Be like nature, as Aurelius puts it, in the way it employs all that is good and bad, to achieve its purpose. You will have situations daily, that can be viewed as an obstruction or an opportunity to practice virtue. Constantly remind yourself that your life story is written by you, and that you have complete control over how you interpret any situation. Consider making the decision that will benefit your character and self-control. These choices will assist you to see the opportunities in any challenge you face.
To love only what happens, what was destined. No greater harmony.
Marcus Aurelius here puts forward his belief that there is a universal guiding force that pulls all of us toward whatever our destiny is. It's like being pushed by the water of a river. You can try to swim against the current, thus resisting the push and struggling to where destiny is leading you. Or, you can accept the push, and enjoy the journey to your destiny. You must choose to embrace and accept and enjoy the path that's laid out for you. Look for the good in your situations. It may be hard to find, but keep searching, it's there. You really have only two options: either love your destiny and go along with it, or resist it and find yourself struggling.
Remember, matter, how tiny your share of it. Time, how brief and fleeting your allotment of it. Fate, how small a role you play in it.
This quote is reminding you that you are not in control of time, fate nor matter. Think about all the people who have lived and died, their diverse interests, and how they are now nothing more than dust. Use this reminder as an inspiration to live your best life. Letting go of those minor worries, to live a virtuous life. To be understanding, to show empathy, and to love what life has in store for you.
No carelessness in your actions. No confusion in your words. No imprecision in your thoughts.
It is likely to be of some comfort, when every action you engage in, is done with caution and thought. You'll be considerably happy, each time you are satisfied with every action you have taken. Where there is no doubt in what you say, no ambiguity, there will be no misunderstanding by anyone you are speaking to. Your thoughts govern your life and what you do. When you have precise thoughts on any matter, you will be focused and direct.
External things are not the problem. It's your assessment of them. which you can erase right now.
It's not what has happened to you that matters, it's how you respond to it. Anxiety, dread, disdain, and every other bad emotion are caused by our preconceptions of how things ought to be. While reality will not alter for you, you can, however, modify your expectations as you journey through life. You are advised to replace any idea that no longer matches reality, in order to achieve some peace of mind. By training your mind to accept things as they are decreases the negative influences on your mental state. This will not likely be easy for you, but it's worthwhile in the long run. Accepting reality is key to controlling your mind and emotions.
If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake, or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance.
Why are you fixated with being correct? Do you want to be correct, or do you want to live in accordance with reality? Accept the possibility that you are incorrect. Let the truth take precedence to your ego, and what others might think of you. The path to wisdom necessitates humility in accepting your mistakes, and learning and unlearning as you unravel the truth. Consider how once upon a time, the belief was that the earth was flat, and that it was at the center of the solar system. What makes you believe that all that you believe and do is right? It may be easy to deceive yourself and others, but deceiving reality can't be done. You are the only person who really cares if you are right. Remember this, the next time something contradicts your beliefs.
If you seek tranquility, do less.
For most of you, the struggle is determining what is really essential. Is it truly necessary to have extra things? Do you truly value everyone's viewpoint? You only have so much time, energy, and attention, so doing everything can only lead to frustration. You are advised to do less and do it better. Determine what is important to you, and concentrate on that. As with anything worthwhile, it's not easy to do.
It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live.
Many of you tend to be overly concerned with death, and when it will come. This quote is imploring you to focus on living instead. When are you going to quit procrastinating on that critical task? When are you going to read that book you purchased? When will you take the initiative and act? It's time for you to acknowledge that your time here on earth is limited. The time to take action is now. The issue is that days turn into months, and months turn into years. The time never seems to be right. People rarely change, and even life-threatening events frequently result in only a tiny shift in the overall behavior. So begin now, since there has never been a better time to do so. More action leads to even more action. Make the decision to gain traction right now. Stop putting it off, your time here is limited. You do not require permission to live. When will you take the initiative and act?
Don't let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole. Don't try to picture everything bad that could possibly happen. Stick with the situation at hand, and ask, why is this so unbearable? Why can't I endure it? You'll be embarrassed to answer.
Many of you tend to allow your imagination to go wild. You envision many ways things can possibly go wrong. Although doing so can be beneficial in preparing you for the future and the adversities that may come, it can also turn into crippling anxiety, paralyzing us from taking any meaningful action. Focus fully on what's in front of you. Then question the situation, and the difficulty you are having in bearing it or enduring it. The answers you arrive at may make you feel embarrassed, simply because you realize that it's not as bad as it seems.
The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts.
Your mind is one of your most valuable assets, inspiring the creativity and inventiveness that underpin practically all of your creations. It's what gives you the ability to think, feel, sense and evaluate, as well as the power of imagination and consciousness. Your mind can also be one of your biggest foes, a battleground, where silent wars are fought. The way you think then will affect who you are or become at your core. So, how should you keep from finding yourself in the middle of the crossfire? It all boils down to your perspective, how you choose to interpret the events that do or do not happen to you. So take heed the way you perceive things.